I hate that. It's my choice. I should be able to choose what I want with my own body. You did choose what you could do with your own body. That's why you're in the situation. Like, holy
Subscribe to this channel. In case you are watching this channel and you have not subscribed.
So I came here to kind of hear your side. I mean, it was not a full like, yay, I'm excited to hear someone try to take away my rights as a woman. But it was more like I wanted to hear what you had to say. And I agree with one thing I can name, which is like increasing parent like paternity leave or whatever. So, or maternity or whatever it is. And so one thing I do want to say to the audience is if I came here with no knowledge on abortion, you would have convinced me because of all your fear tactics and all of your like, let's bring out the gore. Let's talk about like killing babies
not
with
gory,
a puncture.
ma'am.
Oh, it was gory though. So what I wanted to say though was I encourage everyone in this audience to actually realize like what it means to have bodily autonomy, to be pro-choice, which is not pro-abortion. It's pro-choose. No, yeah, I'm getting there. It's pro-choosing the right to have an abortion if you feel that's necessary. So I want to ask the question, what makes you qualified to tell everyone here that abortion is so bad and it should be illegal when in reality, are you a scientist? Are you an OBGYN? Do you have any kind of degree that makes it so like we should be listening to you because you're, oh my gosh, you're this figure that is so correct on all these issues. Like I want to hear what you have to say about like your background that makes this, yeah.
Well, it's actually simple because abortion is a black and white issue. You don't have to be an OBGYN. You don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be a scientist to read biology books and to Google when human life begins, and to know innately that all human life is equally valuable. And when you start to disregard certain human beings because they're inconvenient to you, or you see them as your property to dispose of how you see fit, the disastrous results we've seen throughout human history.
That was such a fucking like condescending tone that she had. I get it. Like she probably is tired of repeating the same shit over and over again. And the fact that she questioned her credentials is like a smack in the face to her. But it was just so like, it just belittled the fuck out of her.
Though as a counter to that, I wanted to say, I noticed a lot of your sources you seem to Google. So that kind of goes into my topic of like, what makes you qualified to talk about this if you Googled it?
I say
like, everything on the news is accurate,
all of
I
my
guess.
sources are Googleable because you don't trust what I have to say. So when I talk about, oh, that's Huffington Post, go to Huffington Post. Google who has better sex. Married people who are religious. If you want to know the medical studies that I cited, go to pubnet.gov. They're there. If you want to know what a fetus is, go to Google because dictionary.com pops right up and tells you a fetus is a human being and a member of our species. But it's actually very simple in the pro-life movement because what is abortion? What does it do? What does abortion do, ma'am?
It allows women to have the right to choose to move on with their lives and not have to
What happens during an abortion?
have a baby. What?
Bro, your choice was to open your damn legs, unless you was raped or you was I don't know if I can say that word, or if you was a child and it happened to you because you was coerced into it. There is no fucking explanation for it. If you aren't financially stable, wrap up, wear birth control, there's plenty of contraceptives, and if you don't want to trust that, don't have sex. There's plenty of ways to prevent you having a fetus inside of you or an embryo or whatever the fuck you pro-lifers want to call it or pro-choicers want to call it. It is something in you that you chose to risk putting in you. I hate that. It's my choice. I should be able to choose what I want with my own body. You did choose what you could do with your own body. That's why you're in the situation. Like, holy It's just that's just so annoying to me, man, because that's what they say. It's like the first thing that pops in the damn head when they don't even think about what the fuck they're saying. Your choice is what got you in this situation. You can't make good choices, so why should we allow you to choose what's better for with a potential life? It's just it irks me so much.
What happens during an abortion?
A clump of cells is taken out of the woman's body.
Does a clump of cells have a beating heart?
Well, I'm not a scientist, so honestly, what I will say.
You can Google it.
Yeah. Okay. So everything on the internet is correct. I'm confused as to this is sarcasm, by the way.
Ask any abortionist. Ask any abortionist.
Okay.
Ask any abortionist if the fetus they dismembered or they sucked out of existence or they induced a heart attack had a beating heart. They will tell you yes.
Okay, but did they have a conscience? Did they have a mental, a brain that was fully formed and
So
could make decisions?
so your position on abortion then is you're okay with abortion because of conscience. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm okay with abortion because women have the right to choose whether or not they want to have a baby.
Nope, they don't. You did choose, man. You did.
Do you agree?
How come Kristan Hawkins never says that? Like I've watched a few of her interviews, probably like 4 or 5, and she never ever just addresses the fact that they chose to have sex. That should be that's just a nail in the coffin. As soon as they say it, shut the fuck up. You chose. Like it's such an easy argument to debate with. But I guess maybe she wants to be more like logical to make them actually think or something. I don't know.
Abortion kills a human being.
I don't agree that there's any kind of murder in the
Does it end the life of a human being?
It ends the life of cells. It does not end the life of a Yeah, okay, so you're a clump of cells that has been developed over time, but once you leave the vagina, then you're a conscious human.
So you're okay with abortion.
Up to 9
so
months.
So if I'm pregnant, I'm 9 months pregnant, my husband leaves me, I lose my job, and I say, I can't have this baby right now. You're okay at 9 months before the baby leaves my vagina, the abortionist goes in, induces a heart attack, and kills that baby. You have seen nothing like that.
Personally, I cannot speak to every pro-choice person, but personally, 9 months is late enough. However, I still believe, like...
Why is abortion to you wrong at 9 months? Why are you personally against abortion at 9 months?
The fetus is about to come out of the vagina, and it's going to become an actual human. It's like almost fully formed. Almost.
Okay, first of all, we know a child is fully formed way before 9 months because have you ever seen a child who's born premature at 25 weeks? They're not malformed, right?
Sometimes they are. Sometimes they have like missing limbs. And
well, that's genetic.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know, like when I had the ultrasound of my child, my 4D ultrasound of my daughter, I wanted to get pictures of what she looked like at 25 weeks. She was fully formed inside of my womb. She didn't just like there's not a magical thing in the birth canal. You're like, oh, now there's a human being. That's location. Your humanity can't depend on your location. 2 inches of the birth canal doesn't change you don't magically become a human being because you pass through a woman's birth canal. Because guess what? 2 of my kids never passed through my birth canal. I delivered C-section. Were they not human beings?
That's a mic on her dumbass. Oh, left her speechless. She can't think of nothing to say back to that. She put herself in that corner herself by saying like, well, I think it's fair because the baby's not conscious and and that I think women should have the choice but not at 9 months. That's too late. The baby's almost here. The baby's fully formed. Backed herself in a damn corner. I get the fact that women think that the rights are being taken away, but you're really not. You're really not losing your rights. You are playing God by doing that. That is not your right to do. It's like I get the whole rape cases and the young children. Like I get those and those are the only ones that I think should be allowed to have abortions. I don't think abortion should be 100% illegal. Especially whenever it comes to rape and children, and if there's a health condition putting the mom at risk and it's so early that it doesn't really matter to the baby. And even I get kind of stuck whenever it's like, the baby can be produced or the baby can be born fine, but the mom might die, because I wouldn't want the mom to die. But as the parent, I would know I would rather die than lose my child. But then again, it kind of goes to if I have more than one children, or if that's my first child, or like, I don't know. There's just a lot of scenarios that could play out that I would feel that abortion should be allowed in. But in most cases, especially with how abortion is used nowadays, abortion is completely inhumane. Women have been showing time and time again that they can't make the right choices and that they're careless about it, and they don't even care about what they're doing. They just want to have a quick fix. Like, again, in New York City, there are more black babies aborted than there are born. That's insane, man. more babies aborted than born. How we let it get this far is a complete abuse of your right of choice, if you ask me. But that's the end of that video. I hope y'all liked it. If you did, please leave a like. If you got anything to say about the video, let me know down below. And if you fuck with y'all boy, will y'all please give me a subscription. With that said, deuces.
I won't speak up on it, but that's just how it's supposed to be. She thinks she leeching probably, but she won't get nothing from me. Said you let me, I doubt it. I'll fuck around and pay the fee. It's a whole lot of hate up in your eyes, and I can see it.
Hate all in your eyes, and you've been praying on my down.